Well, hello and welcome back. Kali Merity from the island of Love, downtown Paphos. We're on the Yereskipu main drag heading towards Paphos town centre. And well, you may have noticed there's a little bit of drizzle on the screen. A little bit of rain through the night and a little bit of rain through the day, on and off, so they're saying, but the temperatures are not too bad. It's just before 8 o'clock in the morning and it's 11 degrees, so it's certainly warmed up this week and spring is coming, shall we say. Well, fingers crossed. For those of you who are in Paphos at the moment, we wish you a fabulous day, but please make sure you've got a brolly and your t-shirts and your shorts with you. Otherwise, well, you're gonna have to frequent a bar, a restaurant or two. Traffic, not too bad. This is normal for Paphos, by the way. We call it gridlock because, of course, we don't like to get held up wherever we're going, like with these traffic lights. They're on green. Our girl in charge of those, Lady Andrea, yes, thank you very much. Unfortunately, yesterday she got it wrong, but apparently she was snoozing and looking after the teachers. And if you want to go and have a laugh with Andrea, and of course her partner, the man of her dreams, Lord of the Mart, want to go and check them out on their YouTube channel, and that is Andrea Mart's Adventures or Vlogs or Travels. Andrea Mart, anyway. And I'm sure you'll have a laugh or two as they wander along a beach. And normally their weather's a lot worse than this, and they're wrapped up in gloves and woolly hats and all those kind of things. Always tickles me anyway. And a big shout out to Lady Ness, who's missing Cyprus like crazy, but hopefully today she has a very safe trip with Lord Andy all the way to Belgium. They're heading down to Dover, going to get on the ferry and go across and see some family. And hopefully they have a fantastic time. And hopefully the daffodils, is it daffodils or tulips? I'm not sure in Belgium, but hopefully they're blossoming, especially for Lady Ness and of course Lord of the Andy. And I got a feeling they may take the camera with them as well. So if you want to go and watch their adventures as they travel around the planet, more often than not in Shropshire, Staffordshire, and of course my favourite place, downtown North Wales, go and hunt them down. Ness and Andy's travels. And again, you can have a good laugh with them and learn some routes. And some of the routes they go in Wales are spectacular, by the way. Off the beaten track routes. But they're okay because they're in a big black beast, so they don't have to worry about weather conditions and all those kind of things. So go and watch them and drop in the comments, what do you think the big black beast is? Because she's a big girl and she's got some power in her as well. And now and again, that Lord Andy is a naughty boy and does give it a little bit of welly. Hopefully on his way to Dover, he's taking it easy, and hopefully in Belgium, because in Belgium they're quite hot, aren't they? But by the way, they're quite hot in Cyprus as well. The local boys and girls in blue, they're often out and about, even on these days when it's raining and chilly, because they understand people are in a big rush. They've got those guns in their hands, not the guns they're going to shoot you with. Well, they do shoot you obviously, but they take pictures of you if you are speeding. Predominantly the speed limit in and around Cyprus is 50 kilometers an hour in the built up areas. So please stick to it and you won't get pulled over and get into trouble. Like I was saying, gridlock traffic. There's also camera vans parked up as well, similar to this van in front, although that is not a camera van, but they look just like that. And they have a little giveaway sign on the side with a speed camera picture. So they're out and about as well. So please be very careful. Otherwise, you will get that infringement on your credit card. Now, if you do like what you see, please hit the like. And please don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you a single penny, by the way. A lot of people think that if they subscribe to something like Netflix, all these other kind of things, Amazon Prime, for example, that you have to pay a monthly or an annual fee. That doesn't apply with YouTube. YouTube just likes you to subscribe to the channel so that they know you like the channel, and then of course they'll recommend the channel to more like-minded people, clever people like yourself. So please hit the like. That pushes up in the algorithm, in other words, again, pushes it out to more and more people, and the subscribe just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen, but doesn't cost you a single penny. But if you would like to gift us a couple of bob, if you would like to make sure that the channel stays afloat, there is a way for you to do it. You can hunt us down on the virtual platform known as the Buy Me a Coffee platform. If you Google these magic words, Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me, or the other way around, Marika and me, Buy Me a Coffee, up will come our landing page, and of course you will have the opportunity to read a little bit more about us and a comment or two. And we all love to read the comments, don't we, and see what everyone else has got to say. And fingers crossed, you hopefully will gift us that virtual coffee. And we do thank you very, very much from the bottom of our two hearts. We also have a website if you want more information about ourselves and of course the island of love, in particular Paphos, and that is marikaandme.com. And if you'd like to purchase a mug and smash my teeth out, why not? Like Dame Anne, she literally had her mug delivered, and unfortunately the delivery man dropped it and it was smashed to smithereens. That was probably an advantage, but luckily the girl in charge of the website and in charge of a lot of other things on the little channel known as Marika and Me got in contact with the delivery people, and of course a new mug was delivered to Dame Anne, and apparently she's enjoying her cuppa every single morning. And I got a feeling there are some people in downtown London who are having a cuppa or two as well. Lord of the M, and of course the greatest Spanish teacher in the world, our Lady Andrea, all the way in downtown London. Buenos dias, señorita. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day, and hopefully the weather's not too drab and dreary in downtown London. Big shout out to one or two of the guys that like to come back to the show now and again. Lady Susan, thank you very, very much. Always likes to come and watch and always likes to drop a comment or two, and we do appreciate it very, very much indeed. Lady Chrissy, thank you very, very much. Of course, Lady Karen in downtown Manchester. Hopefully the weather's not too damp for you. Lady Dizzy the Blonde up in Yorkshire. Hopefully you're keeping well, and hopefully you're planning your adventure with the gorilla and of course Prince Oliver to downtown Paphos very, very soon indeed. And hopefully your mum and dad are coming as well. That's the man known as King Harold, and of course his queen, Queen Patricia. We're looking forward to seeing you when you get on a big bird and jet into downtown Paphos. Now, if we look carefully, we can see that the sun is starting to break through the clouds. So I got a feeling we may end up with a pretty nice day indeed, because the weather in Paphos in particular doesn't stay bad for very long. When they say it's going to rain, normally it rains for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, brightens up. Maybe a couple of hours later, we might get a bit of drizzle, but that's about it. Now, we're going to take a little shortcut. We're going to go left and work our way down towards the main drop down to the side of the old town that takes us down to downtown Paphos, which of course is the promenade and the harbour area and the most famous street in the world, which is Bar Street. And of course Bar Street is where the Marika and Me Lounge Bar will be opening up on the 15th of March. That's our grand opening. We'll open at 10 o'clock in the morning, close down at 3 o'clock, have a clean down, put up some bits and bobs, and get ready for you guys to come to the grand opening party at 6 p.m. And there will be two naughty gentlemen standing at a podium ticking your names off. And we do thank you very, very much for choosing to come to Cyprus, Paphos in particular, to see us. The two guys in charge of making sure everything runs smoothly are Baron Jeremy and of course Baron Simon, and you won't be able to miss them because they've got themselves some blue bibs. Yes, yellow high-vis was no good. They had to have blue, and of course they've got their names on them. So two identical twins will be waiting to greet you when you arrive, and just refer to them as my couple of pains, because they really, really are a couple of pains, all the way from downtown in the Cotswolds, and we're looking forward to seeing them very, very soon indeed, along with many, many other people. Our mountain man, Lord of the Lee, he's coming. If he's coming, that means his girl, Lady Vic, is coming as well. I got a feeling she'll be pulling a pint or two because she likes to do that kind of thing. And I think Lord Lee will be collecting a glass or two. Same applies to Baron von Cigar and of course his girl, Lady Victoria, who's the greatest accountant in the world. So he'll be chomping on a cigar, pretending to work, and she probably will be sitting in a corner, ticking off the little tickets to make sure that we've made a couple of bob or two. The list goes on and on of the people that we've met via YouTube and the people that we consider to be our friends for life. And it is a huge, huge list indeed. Sir Richard, his very own blonde beauty, Lady Julia the Nash, and of course my little mate who's not that little anymore. He's known as Viscount Leo, and he's looking forward to coming back hopefully later in the year to have a pint or two at the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. But obviously we'll check that out with his mum, his very own blonde beauty obviously, Lady Julia Nash. I got a feeling she might be sitting down right now watching this episode with her daughter as they do some bits and bobs in the warehouse. So a big shout out to Princess Natalie, hopefully having a fantastic, fantastic day. This is the drop down road from the old town part of Paphos to the new town, of course, Cato Paphos. So don't click off just yet. I promise you, you will get a fabulous, fabulous view of the blue Mediterranean Sea, and I'm pretty sure there will be the odd nutter or two walking around, understanding that they are in downtown Cato paradise. Now, talking about cigars, there's a shop coming up on the left-hand side now, and the girl in charge of that shop is Andrea. Great girl, and they've got a great collection of cigars, and I got a feeling that Baron Von Cigar will be popping in there again in a couple of weeks, because he does like to dibble and dabble and buy a cigar or two. And if you want to see some of his cigar collection, go and hunt us down on one of our videos on YouTube. If you pop in the search bar, Anemi Hotel, yes, up will come a few videos, and one of them includes a room tour where we storm the hotel and go into Baron Von Cigar and Lady Victoria's room, and I found his collection of cigars, and of course I, shall we say, reappropriate them, and there was about 1,500 euros worth of cigars. I think he was rather worried. Luckily I gave him them back, and as a little bonus he gave me one to smoke. So let's keep going. We're heading deep towards the downtown Cato Paphos promenade and harbour area, and the traffic down this way at this time of day tends to be quite light, because of course most of the businesses don't start operating until 9ish, 10ish, or even a little bit later in some cases, but of course they're open much later, particularly in the summer. Now, there was a gentleman in the comments the other day that was saying that himself and a gang, a whole crew, are coming for a wedding, and they're arriving at around about 12 o'clock, if I understood it rightly, at the Paphos airport. Obviously then they're either going to come by bus or taxi or perhaps hire cars, I don't know, and they're going to come to downtown Cato Paphos, where they are booked into one of the resorts. Now, he was asking about how can they get supplies, food, some beverages, those kind of things. I got a feeling that most places will be closed, but there is the odd 24-hour kiosk in and around Paphos. Or perhaps get in contact with the resort and ask them, because they do have a kiosk next door to them, perhaps write a small list. I'm sure they'll trust you because you've already paid them when you're booking in there, and ask them to give you the bill when you arrive, and I'm sure that the person on reception will go and do a little bit of shopping for you and place it either in the reception or in your room. So that's how I would solve that solution. Or perhaps get in contact with us via email and tell us what you want, and I tell you what, I'll go to the supermarket and buy you some bits and bobs and leave them at the reception for you, and a couple of days later I can present you with a very, very big bill. Only joking, only joking. So hopefully we can help people when they come to Cyprus, because that's something I'd never thought about, because of course flights are getting later and later. So of course if you do arrive at a hotel or an apartment complex or a villa, yes, you might be feeling a little bit peckish. So get in contact with your tour operator, perhaps they can organise it, or directly to the resort or the villa operator or the apartment complex operator, or ourselves, and we'll do our very, very best to make sure that there's something for you when you arrive in downtown Cato Paphos. Downtown Cato Paphos Harbour roundabout on a damp day. I got a bit of a cold, by the way, a little bit of a tickly throat. It's the weather, it's up and down, isn't it? But as promised, that is the main harbour. If you go left, you go the wrong way up the promenade, as we say, and if you go right, you chuchka dance into the downtown Cato Paphos Harbour. And yeah, not much going on, as we can see, but there are one or two people jogging up and down, and I got a feeling one or two fishermen will be arriving soon, because this is good fisherman weather, isn't it? It confuses the fish or something, doesn't it? I don't know. Drop in the comments. I'm not a very good fisherman, although I've dibbled and dabbled now and again. Let's park up in the harbour, and then you can feast your eyes and digest, even on a damp and dreary day in downtown Paphos. A truly, truly spectacality of a view indeed, because Paphos is absolutely fabulous at any time of year, that is for sure. I'm going to say a massive, massive thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed my company, and hopefully you'll come back and join me again very, very soon indeed. Now I've got a little boy cigar, and somewhere I do have a lighter. So I think it is time for me to light up the little boy and say those magic words. Bear with me. Yep, there is no doubt about it. Even on a damp and drizzly day, there is something special about Paphos when you come down to the main event, the Paphos Promenade, Harbour area, and of course Bar Street, and feast your eyes for a little bit, clear your thoughts, and understand that life is good. Thanks for watching. It's getting heavier. Never mind, it's time for Mr. Paul to go and have a nice hot latte. Big shout out and a thank you to Lady Kerry and Lord of the Tony in downtown Cornwall. Hopefully you're feasting your eyes and digesting upon the seaside. Have a great day.